Hey, welcome to this week's Into the Cockpit. We have something going on here.
Yeah, we're not actually in the cockpit this time. Fun fact, a cockpit does not have enough room for 4 people easily, so we're actually just chilling in the lounge area today.
Yep, we're just chilling in the pilot's lounge. We got 2 guests on for this episode. They both have guest episodes of Co-Pilot's Review. One of them you've heard already, one of them you haven't. The one you've heard, Chris, you want to say hi?
Hey, I'm Chris. I'm back.
And the guy you haven't heard yet on the Co-Pilot's episodes over there, his name is Hunter.
Hey, I'm Hunter.
And
that is his name. And he awkwardly waved to all of you. Congratulations.
Audio medium.
Achievement unlocked.
Audio medium.
All they gotta do is go to Twitch and they'll see me wave all they want.
Yeah.
Maybe dab a couple times.
And these guys are some really close friends of mine and Justice's.
We're brothers.
And so are we.
Our literal friend group is just 3 sets
My
of
brother,
brothers.
my friend's brother, and I.
And then,
And that other guy.
and then out in our living room right now is...
Our other set of brother friends.
Yes.
Yeah, basically we're just friends with brothers, but...
It's like that
That's
whole...
fine.
I really need a good couple friend when you're like in a relationship. We just really need some good brother friends.
So like...
You know, they just get us on a level, and it's not awkward because you're like, well, they make a reference like the thing they did with their brother, and you're like, I mean, I
I
don't
get
know
that. I
what
have a brother.
Yeah.
It all works.
So,
I mean, honestly, it's kind of awkward with the other set of brother friends because we both set of brothers here have a sister.
So
So
who-
they don't. Things get weird sometimes. It just doesn't connect. Things don't translate well.
so who were friends first? Was it you and Chris or me and Chris?
So technically it's me and you.
Yeah,
Okay.
you
Because
guys
of lights on Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh yeah, shit,
Yeah.
dude.
So like I feel like all of our friendships officially started in 08 with like us both starting marching band at the same
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Right,
Like,
but
you guys played fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! And Lights On.
like 2006, 2005.
I played like once or twice, and then I was on the fucking math academic team with Chris.
Yes.
Okay.
Even though I wasn't supposed to be, because they fucking like
I
we
did-
need more people. Here, you are several years older than what you're telling people.
I honestly didn't know you were on an academic team with Chris.
Yeah,
Yep.
we were on a math academic team.
I was friends with you. Well, I was of course friends with Chris first because
Yeah.
he knew me as soon as I came out of the womb. But I was friends with Justice first.
at this fucking bitch.
So when did you guys become friends? Because
Lights on, D&D.
Lights on, D&D.
The PCRPC.
Yeah.
the club that got shut down almost immediately that we had to pirate and run like unofficially.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yep. Nope. And then we hung
So
out
for a
slightly in
breakdown
high school.
of that term PCRPC, it literally just refers to our school and then role playing club. I'm gonna leave out the school place because fuck you guys, you don't need to know that.
You ain't gonna dox me. You know who I am.
So we're worried about you doxing the guy who doesn't have a stream, doesn't do any
Nothing.
of that shit. Just
I mean,
Doesn't have a
To
podcast.
be fair, out of the 4 of us, 3 of us are putting our public information out for people to consume.
yeah, exactly.
Chris is the one that doesn't need to be doxxed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Also,
what if him not needing to be doxxed means he needs to be doxxed the most?
Yeah, see, that's what makes it tempting.
I would argue that because of my profession, I need to be doxed the least.
That's true.
Oh yeah, that's a fair point.
But
So yeah, I think like we all met like because of nerd stuff,
Yeah,
Yu-Gi-Oh,
100%.
D&D, academic clubs, and then like I think all of our friendships were cemented in marching band, right? Like even you guys eventually like
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, We were definitely in marching band together at the same time.
yeah. So we're all band geeks. That's what we're saying.
Yeah, I was never marching band with you, but I was definitely. Marching band.
Yeah.
me, even though Josh is 2 years older than me, we both marched starting the same year.
Yeah. We've all just been friends ever since. Like Dungeons and Dragons, Vampire the Masquerade, Magic the Gathering.
Anime, live action shows, really shitty TV shows.
Really shitty video games
Yeah.
that are episodic.
So of course with like all your fucking friends, you know, you tell them about that shit you're watching or you're playing, and well, you also like to make them suffer, like we did Chris.
Well, I mean, you just made everybody suffer with that.
Oh, even myself, yeah.
Technically, I made you guys.
Like Hunter made
I
us
mean,
suffer.
I made myself suffer, but
Exactly,
Yeah.
it sucks,
You
right?
see, but Hunter was not here, so I guess we can have like why we're all here together in person.
So this weekend, this is actually the morning of August 2nd. So if you're wondering why the episode for today goes up late, this is your explanation. It's a 10-day late explanation, but
there it is.
we just recorded 5 episodes
In 4 days.
in 4 days, 3 episodes literally today, so we could get all these guest spots in. And this is the Sunday that should be the last day of Gen Con, which for those of you not in the Nobies, you're not cool enough.
Gen Con is North America's biggest tabletop gaming convention, namely also like D&D board games.
The 4 best days in gaming. It was where Magic was announced 27 years ago now.
Yeah,
it was where D&D was basically conceived.
It's like huge like nerd culture convention. Not even like, and not like PAX or like PAX Unplugged. Like, you know, PAX Unplugged at IMO just like, we want to do our own Gen Con.
Yeah, PAX Unplugged looks sick though.
It's board games. But no, this is like the nerds of the nerds.
Yeah,
like
the Midwest.
We're gonna go play war games on giant miniature tables. Like guys walk around and
guys, I just dropped like $300 on some miniatures. I can't wait to play them. It's 2 new figures. Oh shit!
I have to pay
200. I spent $300 on 2
Have
tiny
you
figures
guys seen
that
that
aren't
booth?
painted.
They got these cutest little metal meeples. They're like the fucking best. Yeah, Gen Con it's part shopping mall, part nerd mecca, part like.
It's so cool though.
There's nothing like it. Like if you have a passing interest in board games, and like buy like a 1-day pass, like a Saturday pass, and just like
Sunday passes are like $15. If you don't know if you like it, get a Sunday pass. Show up like 9 a.m. Sunday. You got 8 hours to figure out if this is your thing. Like
the food trucks,
and even if you don't feel like participating in any of the events or anything, like even just fucking wander in the vendors hall,
and
feels so good.
Also, Hunter's got a point there too. The food trucks, Indianapolis. Not just the food trucks, but like the restaurants. Indianapolis is actually a fun city to be in, like especially the downtown area.
Yeah.
And there's so many good restaurants and stuff to like eat, places to eat, things to do and hang out with, laser tag, city tours,
and
escape rooms. Yeah. Escape rooms paired with Gen Con.
And the city loves Gen Con because it brings in over $55 million per day. But so the restaurants and shit will always like roll their carpet, normally have dishes or foods inspired by Gen Con, like welcome gamers, like everyone's like and 2 like
I've seen some places that give you discounts if you have a fucking Gen Con badge with you.
Yep.
Like they love it. The city loves it. So, which is also why whenever Gen Con got canceled this year due to the coronavirus, everyone was very, very sad.
And we already had vacation off for it.
Yeah, I had our PTO put in, right? It's like I was going to the days off work anyway. So instead we decided to pivot and have John Con, the best 4 days where you live in Josh and Jess's apartment temporarily.
I brought shorts and shirts. Like, I've only worn 2 shirts in 4 days.
That sounds right.
And I brought actual shorts. I've worn the same pair of pajama pants.
I drove the 3 hours up here, right? 3-ish hours up here. Got here, took off my jeans, put on pajama pants.
I have not took them off since.
And have been wearing these pajama pants ever since.
So, like, I'm gonna be honest, we did have plans for like a pool and a hot tub, not in our apartment, obviously, but it was our sister's place, and she's got a bunch of renovations going on, so plans changed.
Also, we didn't have to go anywhere, so
which is nice.
So we've been like trying to make the best of it. So we've been hanging out here, playing Magic, recording podcasts,
playing board games,
role-playing games. Jackbox Party Pack, which
we definitely didn't get to everything we wanted to do, which like we didn't get to drafting mystery boosters.
Honestly, that sounds like Gen Con.
That's just Gen Con.
On that note, guys, I did bring something because I know you didn't get to. Where you can all at least crack a pack of mystery boosters.
Shit.
Oh fuck, we're gonna do this live on air?
Yeah, just fucking crack. I know you guys really wanted to, so fuck it.
Dibs on first.
Okay,
so we're gonna crack. You can hear the crinkle
get that sweet ASMR.
Of our magic pack.
This is now a Magic Gathering podcast, and I'm all for it, guys.
Okay, Justice, I like this surprise.
I'm the least interested in Magic, but I knew they wanted it, so fuck it.
Do we get to keep these cards?
No.
Yeah, no, 100%. Your pack is your pack.
Okay, sweet.
So,
we'll throw one up right when we get on there.
Okay.
So, my in order from common to uncommon to the mythics, I have Atha Protector, Unwavering Initiate, Ojutai's Breath, Secrets of the Golden City, Vampire Envoy, Black Cat, Incorrigible Youths, Hulking Devil, Blastoderm, The Crowd Goes Wild, Maverick Thopterist, Short Sword, Rith the Awakener, Shamanic Revelation,
very fucking nice,
and Drog Skull Captain.
So before we continue, he gave me a little nudge there with Rith the Awakener. That's got a story in itself. There's a format of Magic called Commander or EDH, and
the best way to play Magic.
It is. And we went to a game store together one night while I was on Christmas break from my freshman year of college.
So like circa 2014.
2012,
2012, baby.
2012, 13. Yeah, 20. And while we were at the game store, it started snowing.
Like bats. We're
terribly bad.
We're sitting there, my phone rings, and it's my mom, and she goes, "You guys have to come home now."
And like this game store is like 35 minutes away from.
So we were like, I was like, "Why?" And she's like, "Have you not looked outside?" I'm like, "No, I've been playing Fire Night Magic." And we open the door, and there's already like 3 inches of snow on the ground, and it's like the kind of snow where like, you know, during blizzards, if you've been in a blizzard, where there's so much snow in the air that like it deafens the sound completely. So you open the door, and it's completely silent, and it's just snowing.
Yep.
God, I miss that kind of snow. I'm not gonna lie. I miss lots of snow.
Yeah.
Fucking global warming.
So I go, "Oh my fucking god!" Right inside, I'm like, "Guys, we have to drop." And Josh is like, "I'm 2-0 right now." And I go, "Look outside." And Josh goes, "Fine." Josh gets up, walks to the window, and goes, "Oh my fucking god!" And I'm just like, "Yeah."
This is like a 45 minutes away.
Yeah.
So we're driving back, and at one point we're going the wrong way on the interstate.
Like, we're driving on the wrong side.
Because we couldn't tell.
Jesus fuck! I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
no, it's horrible.
we pull
Fucking
off.
bad.
A semi's going in front of us, and like it starts just like sliding sideways, so the trailer blocked
It
all
didn't
like
even,
all
it
two
didn't, it wasn't even like
lanes.
veering. It just all of a sudden started sliding.
So we ended up
We
getting.
were in
off
the Beretta.
Yeah, I remember that.
So we ended up getting off the interstate at this little like. It's basically a pit stop. There's a gas station, a Wendy's, and a hotel like 8.
Yes.
And so we stopped there, and we got a hotel for the night because there's no way we were gonna make it like safely home.
We got a hotel roughly 20 minutes from like home.
Yes.
Like
It's
There's
the
no
stupidest
fucking way we're
thing,
getting
but,
At least it
like,
was like a cheap one.
yeah.
In the
And
middle of the winter, so I'm sure it wasn't too expensive.
we all chipped in like $25
Yeah,
and had a
it's
fucking room.
Easy.
so we were stuck there, but we had all of my magic cards at the time because I had just come home from school.
Mm-hmm.
And so
We had what we got from draft.
So Chris and I were like, we're gonna build some EDH decks. So we used to both sit down. I had Rith the Awakener, and
I had Daragaz the Igniter, the worst dragon of this cycle.
and we just built decks with what we had, and it was a lot of fun. And then we had breakfast 2 or 3 times because, fuck it, we were trapped there and we barely slept.
Yeah.
Yep.
So to my pack, my first card's a Firehoof Cavalry, followed by a Gleam of Resistance, a Wishcoin Crab, a Brainstorm, it was a pretty good card, Unyielding Krumar, Feral Abomination, a Direct Current, a Battle Rampart, a Nature's Lore, another pretty good card, Overgrown Battlement, Terminate, Dismal Backwater, Reese the Redeemed, Eldritch Evolution, and a Foil Sinew Sliver.
That's a pretty good pack.
Yeah, very nice.
I think if I was drafting this, it'd be first picked Reese.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
a good
obviously.
pack. Also, can I get that brainstorm?
Rise.
I need one.
There you go.
Thanks, man. Oh, it's the good art too.
It's the cloud going, "Oh fuck, shit."
Okay, so my pack. I have a Siegecraft, a Wild Griffin, a Welkin Tern, a Ringwarden Owl, Stab Wound, where the lady says "Ow Uchi."
Accurate statement.
What the fuck is that word? Praghata?
Prakata's Club Security.
Okay.
Procta. It's
Bellows
on
Prakata, you're
it's
right.
on Kaladesh.
Yeah, Kaladesh.
Bellows Lizard, Blood Mad Vampire, Lignify, Canopy Spider, Rosemane Centaur, Filigree Familiar, Wargate, All Is Dust, and a Foil Riki, History of Kawigama.
Nice.
Good card.
3.
Good. I have him in Super Friends.
Actually, three rares in that pack?
Yes.
All Dust isn't bad.
All his dust is
Yeah, no.
actually good.
Also, it's all Dust Extended Art.
No, Rise of Eldrazi cards, all the Eldrazi.
It's actually
I
that's
don't
a
fucking
decent
think
pack.
so, man.
I'd
So-
probably pick one All Is Dust, I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie.
definitely.
That board wipe is drunk.
So, mine starts off with the Mardu Horde Chief,
in before Mana Crypt.
Reviving Dose,
It'd be the best.
Purple Crystal Crab, Drawer Isle Avenger, not Refuge, Covenant of Blood, Lawless Broker, Gravitic Punch, Active Treason. It's not my favorite art, but it's one of the decent ones. Revive, Elves of Deep Shadow,
Ooh, that's a good card.
Call of the Nightwing, Prophetic Prism, Release the Ants, Grasp of Fate,
Actually, I like that card.
and a foil Miss Hollow Griffin.
I actually really like Grasp of Fate.
Yeah, I pack one, pick one. Got
So,
it. Because good.
That's
Yeah, Grasp
five.
of Fate, baby.
That's 5 minutes of content that if you don't know Magic the Gathering
Just-
was literally nothing.
You can Google the names. Magic has amazing art.
It does. It really
like,
does.
Yeah,
even
it
if you don't
really
give a
does.
shit about the game, it actually really does have some pretty art. Like, you don't have to Google the name, just like Google Magic the Gathering
Actually,
card art, and
For instance, check out Seb McKinnon or Christopher Rush or Quentin Hoover or
Ron
Oh, wait.
Spencer.
I've never seen this. Have you guys ever seen Wargate?
Yeah. I drafted that in queue before.
Actually pretty good. This pack was actually really good.
Wargate's good if you play Bant EDH. Also, you can Wargate for 0 for lands. Like, Bant get guys credit.
Also, Riki's just good in Legend Matters.
Also, it's fucking really stands with the Ron Spencer art.
That's awesome.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That's a good pack.
Ron Spencer's my favorite artist because
he opened this whole box on stream.
Because he does the lead art for my favorite RPG, which is World of the Apocalypse. But so I want to ask a question that we normally always ask the last day of Gen Con.
Okay.
Which is, what's your favorite thing you did this weekend?
So I proxied up a new EDH deck that I've been brewing specifically to play with you guys because honestly my EDH decks are kind of lower power than some of the stuff you guys are playing.
Our power level's definitely tilted up.
So I've been brewing this deck that I was like, this should be roughly their power level, and I finally got to play it, and it just popped off. It was
good. It was very good.
Greenless eggs.
It was so nice. I just called it Wooburg egg. Well, Rubreg.
Yeah.
Because the G now in Wooburg, which stands for the colors in Magic: white, blue, red, black, green. The green, because it doesn't have green, is now just the word egg, but it makes a similar noise.
Wargy egg? Okay. Hunter, what was your favorite part?
Oh, shit.
I like that part, too.
I really don't know. Actually, just as surprising as with these mystery booster packs is actually probably one of my favorite parts. Other than that, I really don't know. That might be my favorite part.
Rapping was pretty fun, too.
Oh, yeah. Rapping was really fun.
The rap battle game on Jackbox.
I thought Score was pretty fun.
Yeah, Score was good.
But just chilling, we didn't really do any things we planned to do on Friday. We just chilled and relaxed, and that's literally what we do when we used to hang out.
Which was
you guys would spend
literally
a whole week in our apartment.
Yeah, because that was so much better.
We played a couple games of EDH, and then we just sit and watched YouTube and hung out
or VODs of Twitch and stuff.
Honestly, just that whole experience was probably one of my favorite, my favorite part of the weekend.
And then I before Justice goes, Professor, I know we wanted to watch more of the Gen Con stream stuff, but we watched that one Gen Con stream and it felt a little pathetic.
Yeah. It did.
And it just made me miss Gen Con even more. So
yeah, that was definitely the case for me.
Then we just stopped watching Gen Con streams.
Yeah. Because the joy of Gen Con is that you can walk the halls, right, and you stumble upon a game that
you have no idea about.
It'd be that's cool shit, and you sit down, you demo it, you buy it, you pick up the info, whatever. Yep. With the streams that was so scheduled, you could try on the stream and go, okay, cool. I'm not interested in this game.
Exactly.
In a con, I would then keep walking down the aisle to see what the game they can find.
Yeah, because the con, if you're not interested in this game,
the fucking
that next booth,
Marvel Sinister Six game that you fucking stumbled across.
Yeah.
He bought that, and that game is fantastic.
Yeah.
Did I buy it?
Yeah, we got it in the closet.
Yep.
I forgot we had it.
You literally mentioned it 2 days ago.
Wait,
probably
what was
all of our fucking board games, but there's 100 in there.
You did, yes.
So
what was your favorite part of John Con?
For me, it was either running Score because I was super fucking excited to run that game.
Justice normally isn't excited for things,
especially not running RPGs.
So
because I fucking hate running RPGs.
So the whole weekend it was a classic. What do you guys want to do? I mean, we could run Score if you guys wanted to play.
I was really glad we played Score after we watched Money Heist.
Yes,
Money Heist is so good.
Money Heist is a show we have.
It's an upcoming review for Co-Pilots.
Yeah, we got ready for Co-Pilots. It is a heist show. Congratulations, you know that much now.
It should be over a month from now.
Yes, it's going to be quite a while from now, but we played a heist game after that.
It'll be before the end of September.
Yeah.
Okay, before we continue talking about our heist game, let Chris say his favorite thing. Because
I wasn't done. It's either Score or it was playing Fury of Dracula because I love that game and I haven't actually got a chance to play that.
Yeah,
I played it with Hunter, Brayton, and
because I was incredibly
tired, but I legitimately got to play and it made me happy.
And we got a little mad at the combat system.
Because
that's fair.
It's weird and hard.
It's very rock paper scissors.
But we did play for an hour and a half. It was fun though.
It's a good game.
So, my favorite part is either when we played Jackbox and I became the Juice God.
You got so drunk.
You got incredible. You and Justice were fucking plastered.
Oh yeah, fun fact. We played Josh off as the drunk on the show. It's true. It's true on a normal bit. He probably drinks more than me on average. But if I'm drinking heavy, I will get way more fucked up.
I can't drink because I'm 19.
I don't think I drink more than you.
I think
when I binge, I drink more than you.
Well, I think even through an average amount of time, in a month, say any given month, you probably drink more than I do.
That's fair. I might have a couple drinks.
Yeah, which is why we went with that joke. But if I'm getting smashed, horrible for everyone involved.
Justice should have passed out, but God said no.
Dude, I have so
That's
many
my
videos.
life. I should pass out even if I'm not drunk.
We made
and
a
God
video
says
game
no.
while Justice was drunk, and it was
A horrible idea.
It was something.
Either that or like what Hunter said, just the fact like I don't know you guys, but I've had like little to no human contact throughout this like pandemic and stuff, and like yes we're all in the same room, but we've all been super careful. Like Justice has been quarantining for like a month, like isn't like not going to work and shit. Like he like some people took voluntary layoffs. Like it was just like people we've like been really like we did everything we could to make sure that this would happen.
There were like several things with Germex throughout this apartment. I have been cleaning as the fucking weekend's gone on.
Masks are literally hanging by the door.
Yeah. Every time we ordered Grubhub, we'd wear them like.
Yeah.
To even open the door for a Grubhub.
Like even if the fucking guy was gone, the mask was still on, just in case he forgot something.
Wiped down the food containers. Like
Exactly.
we were super careful, but we I think for our own sanity and everything, we like this weekend needed to happen.
Also, we planned on coming up here like literally like
March or February.
in March, and it was right when COVID got bad, like hit hard. It was when the first death happened here. Like that weekend.
we were like
oof.
oopsie poopsies.
And that's when we got big into like playing Magic online, like with our webcam
and playing D&D
we switched our
over Discord.
Like we were like, fuck it, let's just D&D online. We're gonna do this.
which has been fun.
Because Gen Con didn't cancel till like
June.
almost June.
Yeah, it was May. It was the tail end of May.
Like 25th, like super late May.
And I know it sounds terrible, but we were all still like mostly on board with the idea of Gen Con. Like we know it was like
a horrible fucking idea.
But we have sunk so much money into these tickets. Like I wasn't gonna waste them.
Like I'm being as I'm a member of the working class, deep underneath the heel of capitalism. I spent a bunch of money like on a hotel room and a ticket, and like I'm like cool.
We had like $2,000 invested in this trip.
Like with my life, like it came out to like roughly like $800 per person. Like So I was like cool in my life. I cannot afford just to waste $800. So bare minimum, I was gonna sleep in a fucking hotel room for 4 days.
And spend some time in the pool, hang out at the hotel.
Yeah, basically what we're doing here, but in a hotel room in Indy.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then the hotel was like because of COVID, which like shout out to the Fairfield Inn.
Oh fuck yeah.
They were like, hey, our policy now because of COVID is no questions asked refund. It'll take 90 days to process because we have so many.
So we got a refund of like $2,500 returned to us, which was so nice.
Yeah, that made this whole thing workable, honestly.
I paid off a lot of bills with that $500 I got back.
Yeah.
I had a great time. Also, like how I mentioned earlier, we have 2 other brothers out in the living room that we also hung out with. And it was like, I don't know. I was thinking about it today because like I went to like drop a deuce, and I was like, oh, I'll check Twitter. And I realized, I haven't checked Twitter in like 4 days. Oh yeah, I forgot the world's still on fire. Oh yeah.
Like today is just like
it's been like a great time to just like fucking forget about shit that's fucking happening.
I haven't looked at like
forget Corona, forget the protests,
forget the fucking systematic oppression that we have to live through every single day.
Yeah,
exactly.
And just be like, I can like hang out. I can think about different things. I can legitimately enjoy my time right now, and feel at least kind of like a normal fucking human being.
I forgot the apocalypse was happening.
Like we literally all talk on a daily basis. We text and everything, but like this was so needed.
Yes,
it was a needed change of pace. Like we have our Snapchat group, we have our Twitter, we have a Twitter group.
We have a group of like everything.
yeah, and it's just obviously never the same as being with the people like you care about and that you're friends with. Like it's not the same hanging out in person versus online.
No, when they piss me off, I can't punch them online.
I can fucking punch them in the face.
I also feel like I get more tired of you guys whenever I'm on a Discord call, and I don't know why.
That's fair.
Do you guys know the time Hunter said he got tired of you guys? What a dick.
Yeah, I know, right? But I'm just like...
Not as dick as the time that our friend...
Stop ASMRing.
Oh, sorry. I was playing with the mystery booster.
Not as dick as the time our friend out in the living room was like, podcast? You guys have a podcast?
Yeah, huge shout out to the Reed brothers who don't listen to this podcast.
So they won't know we're talking about them.
And then one of them was like, what if we did an episode with you?
And like, and Josh and Jess were like, excuse me?
You don't even listen.
Yeah, it was like, I mean, yeah, we could do that. We have microphones. You're right. We could.
That is a thing.
We do have a website.
So,
that's right.
So Brayden and Justin, if you ever get this far, this is your warning.
So
think about what could have been, little boys.
So on top of like, we've been calling it John Con because my name and Justice's last name is Johnson, so we've been calling it the John Con.
And it sounds like JonTron.
Yeah.
And somewhat like Gen Con.
I kind of thought maybe if we like memed and put together a reel on YouTube, like a John Con trailer, and the intro sounded like John Con.
We get views, but Josh, please continue.
But it's also a meetup for FallopianGolem's mods because we're all his mods. FallopianGolem, because you guys haven't heard the episode yet, is our friend Hunter.
Hi.
He streams a lot of random bullshit.
He streams on Twitch.
It's enjoyable.
He's an affiliate on Twitch. And I'm a mod on the channel.
I'm a mod.
You're my first mod.
I mean, I have mod capabilities.
And then the guys out in the living room are mods. So everybody in this apartment is...
Rating against my better judgment.
It's almost like Hunter hit affiliate and modded his best friend. It's so wild.
Wow.
Is that how that works?
Wow, it's so fucking weird.
I think you're calling him out.
Hunter also works on an overnight work schedule, like everyone else besides me. So most times he streams either while I'm asleep or while I'm at work. So I'm a mod. It's a pretty big deal when Chris enters the chat to the point where I have an emote.
Yeah, you have a tier 3. It was because I was streaming. It was like literally 2 or 3 days after I had hit affiliate, and Chris was drunk on my stream.
Yes.
And I was like,
I actually have something. Continue.
I was like, today, Hunter's most successful stream.
Yeah, and I was like, if anybody don't actually no, I think my most successful stream might have been the last time I streamed Persona 4 because Josh, Justice, and Brayton literally threw probably $40 at me.
But by viewer count,
yes.
Drunk Chris, your most successful stream.
To be fair...
No, I was when Delighted rated me.
Okay.
To be fair, though, Drunk Chris is a good stream.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So I would like to throw out, on our episodes with Chris, he said he didn't have anything to promote. He does. The random times he shows up drunkenly on FallopianGolem's Twitch channel.
Which is why you go to twitter.com. I am at Beefy Ghost. Wait, or am I at Barry Comic 7 on Twitter?
I think you're a beefy ghost on literally everything except Xbox and PlayStation.
Josh, pull up Twitter quick.
I've got Twitter already pulled up.
Because I will always tweet when I'm about to hijack Hunter's
stream.
Fucking stream.
Yes.
So, I'm assuming you follow the podcast. Yep, you're at Beefy Ghost.
Always.
At Beefy Ghost. So yeah.
This plug's only like what, 10 days late?
Yeah. But no, so if you'll see me tweet when I'm about to hijack Hunter's stream being like, I'm gonna go on the stream, bro.
I'm fucking drunk.
They normally end up being AMAs and him ranting about something because he's drunk and he thought of something to say.
See, it's really funny because...
You've really been drunk lately, though, because you're on your diet? So
yeah. It's been really funny because... So I just realized it's funny. So this side of the table hung out drunk. That side of the table hung out because you and the other brothers babysitted the boy who needed to pass out, but God said no.
Yeah.
And you guys listened to Spolly and how Chris becomes Superman in the 1st and 5th degree. Yep. Me and Josh were having heart-to-heart talks about theology and politics and companies we used to like nuts. And until the point where Justice burst into and was like, "You need this," and had the entire fifth of Tito's, but had Jeremy painted on a paint marker.
Because the fucking name of the vodka was Jeremy. One, even when I'm sober, I will name things, random inanimate objects names.
Okay, so that's true.
You were upset that the bottle of vodka didn't have hands.
But he stumbles in and goes, "You'll need this for the next episode of Ego Raptor." And Josh goes,
Ego Raptor.
Ego Raptor. And then Josh goes, like that Game Grumps, Ego Raptor. And Josh goes, "No, Ego rapping, like rapping evil."
Yeah.
And we're like, "Okay, buddy." And he's left. Ego rapping, like rapping about your ego, and stumbled off.
It was fucking weird.
Yeah.
Should I describe the video game Justice made while drunk?
I don't know. Neither of those are very good.
No, the first one.
Those concepts.
No, I think it's better if you tell the superpowers that Justice bestowed upon each member of the group. So,
okay.
So Drunk Justice gave everyone a superpower.
Yes. So Brayton, one of the Reed brothers that are in the other room, Drunk Justice gave Brayton the power to suck his own penis.
It seems like something he would want to do. I thought he would enjoy the power.
The only power.
You can't rationalize. You were too drunk.
Yeah. He gave Justin, the other Reed brother, the power to understand and then compensate for anybody. Not comprehend, compensate. So he can become anything for anyone.
Honestly, it's pretty strong power.
He gave me the power to look incredibly handsome, in which I said...
and I quote, your power... It's being sexy as fuck.
Yeah, I said, don't you already think that? And he said, yeah, but really sexy.
Yeah.
So, Josh's superpower was to take a bullet to the fucking head.
The video, Hunter goes, "What's Josh's superpower?" A bullet in the back of the fucking head.
And then I go,
You think my anger at him on this podcast is for laughs and jokes?
And then I asked what Chris's superpower was, and he said it was to suffocate slowly.
To death.
To death.
Forever. I gave him immortality. It's
But
fine.
Painfully.
So I'm like,
It's painful immortality.
Dying, but he
Immortality.
being
doesn't
smothered in the fucking earth. Worst superhero team ever.
At least it's got Justin. It's got Justin 3.
I mean, Justin at least has like legit power.
Yeah, Justin's power is the most
No, see,
legit.
it's a perfect superhero team because Justin compensates for all your fucking problems.
Oh, so it's just Justin. It's just Justin.
Yeah, but he has to be able to compensate for other people's powers, so he has to have really shitty people around him.
Okay.
I really like Justin 3 though. I like Justin Mon fusing with Angel Mon to make Justin 3.
Doraemon Gray.
Who was apparently just as its husbando.
Yeah. It's a Dorian Gray version of Doraemon the anime.
This is literally all Friday night was.
Yeah.
Friday night was I can't know if it was powerful.
No, this was a Saturday night because that was
Last night was Saturday
Yeah,
night.
no, it was Friday night because I know the reason why I was drinking so much.
Time has lost all meaning. It means nothing here.
I've not been up for almost 24 hours.
Last week
Welcome to
was
my
March,
motherfucking life.
and now it's August 2nd.
I don't believe that.
Or as we're calling it now, Hot March.
Hot March.
I don't believe we've left February, to be honest.
It literally feels like 2020 just hit.
No, we're in Hot March. But yeah.
This whole last 6 months has been a fever dream similar to the type of fever dream that
Was just described in my drunken ramblings.
Our Minecraft story mode.
Well, no, I was thinking of Kamen Rider. The
Yes.
first episode of Kamen Rider.
Oh my
you guys
God.
need to watch that.
Okay.
The first episode of Kamen Rider it literally feels like a fever dream.
It
Yeah?
does.
Like
It does so bad.
It moves from scene to scene without any actual
Yeah.
explanation.
We tried to watch it, to review it, and I still kind of want to do it at some point, but we hit our Super Sentai quota for the moment with Tattoo Teenage Alien Heroes from Beverly Hills. Alien Fighters from Beverly Hills.
Tattoo teenage.
No.
Alien fighters. Tattoo teenage alien fighters from Beverly Hills.
The fact that you guys have that memorized kind of scares me.
Oh, there's more.
There's
There's
more
more
lines.
Hunter,
lines.
I watched one fucking Twitter video of a deep fake of Demolition D singing the song from
you
fucking
have to
Yucca.
memorize.
And all we got was going, Dame-yo, dame-yo.
Yeah, but now you have it stuck in Brain's head, so it's all we'll hear for the next 3 years.
It's funny because Brayton was like, I can do the other, and I go, dame-yo. From the other room, you'll hear fucking, because Brayton was like, finish the fucking quote.
Okay, so I think I'm going to ask the basic question me and Josh generally ask.
Okay.
What shows or games have you been stuck on recently? Not anything from Drawcom, just in general, what have you been watching?
Oh, the stereotypical podcast
Yeah,
question.
enjoying or a book. Yeah, no, because we do stereotypical
The
bullshit.
cockpit is you catching up with us.
Yeah, and it's been a while.
But
I don't know if Chris has read any good books recently.
Again, this
I'm
is
actually
the
really
cockpit, though.
interested.
This
I
is
need
the
more
pilot's
books.
lounge. There's too many people for a cockpit.
I'm actually really interested in the book portion. I really don't care so much about the television and video games
We've
stuff.
talked about that literally all
Yeah,
week.
we have.
Yeah.
But books, I haven't asked you about a fucking book.
So I'm still in the middle of the RPG handbook for how to be a good game master.
Yeah.
And just like Justice said, because the author has 2 books. He has one for running games.
Honestly, I'm freaked with playing it. James D'Amato from
I
Monster
lied.
Network has a great
When we were playing
book for
Jackbox
RPG
Party
stuff.
Pack,
Yeah, you read both of those.
I read those 2 books.
Yeah.
And,
So
no, that was last year. I read those 2 books this year.
Oh shit, I lied. I had 8 books, not 6. Sorry.
So when I got the books, Justice said, yeah, they're super good. The DM handbook one, he's like, because you've been playing for so long and are a fairly good DM, 95% of it is going to be old news because what is a theme? What is it?
Yeah, or how do I handle this conflict or this combat? And it's by being a fucking person and realizing this is dragging and it's boring. What if I made something interesting for my characters?
No, the crux of the book is your job as a DM is not only to run the game, your job
But
as
to
a DM
facilitate story.
is also to make sure your players are having fun.
Exactly.
Right, which I think that's the big thing that separates good DMs from bad DMs is hey, are my players having fun? Okay, I should adjust my story by my notions to make sure my players
I
have fun.
feel like a lot of DMs like especially a lot of new DMs try to railroad people into doing what they want them to do.
You're right, Matthew Mercer did ruin the perception of D&D.
So, fun fact: the story I had planned going into the score.
No,
never happened.
He didn't plan a story. Like he just wanted to see us do stupid shit in a heist.
I had some like basic like I'm probably gonna do this thing, and this thing because it's like simple threat bullshit. But other than that, like. One, the game suggests like letting you guys fucking decide what you're gonna rob because you are the fucking robbers.
I'm so glad we were basically the magicians from Now You See Me.
But we so but Justice was like, you should read the D1 first because it's like gonna be kind of a sluggish because you know things. But he's like, the character backstory book is like fucking amazing.
It's just filled with tiny fun things you can do.
I'm 3/4 of the way through the DM books. I had to like power through it.
Like, there's a small little short one-shot cafe RPG setting to explore characters that I kind of wanted to do with everyone here and just have everyone pick like one of their favorite characters they've played before and throw you in this cafe. Which the way it is, it's just your character, whoever it is set in a normal fucking cafe.
Okay.
You're working a fucking job in a normal fucking cafe. What's your character doing? How they're reacting? Like, because I know, I mean, it's some really weird fucking shit. I'd probably get like some weird werewolf character from you. I think I'd get Bianca from you, your vampire.
Yeah, either Bianca or if I can play an NPC I ran as a DM, I mean, I'd be cool.
Those are technically characters.
I mean, I'm not... Barnabas is historic and like a legend within the group. But I think I really had a soft spot for like...
Is it Octane?
Yeah, Octane. Mikey Hernandez.
Out of curiosity, who do you think you would have chosen if I'd done that?
If you'd done that, like, honest to God, I would have... So, like, it's like a modern cafe setting?
Yeah, just any fucking character you can think of.
Any fucking character that
you've played, whether it's a player character or an NPC, like a character you've just created.
I'd probably end up with Liliana.
Bianca,
Leon, Bonaparte, yeah.
Like, honest to God, I would honestly just, like, for the memes, like, Jebediah Moonfang.
I fucking knew it.
I'd probably play Zoltan, the spider merchant I made, for a one-shot I played with Brayden, because that is unironically one of my favorite NPCs.
Nice.
He's a spider in a stereotypical wizard hat.
Yep, and you can see his eyes. That might be it.
I think Zoltan.
Yeah, probably Zoltan.
And then it's just, like, reacting to, like, normal fucking bullshit, and, like, it's simple, and it's great, and it's an easy way to, like, figure out how your character fucking reacts to things without being, like, over the top and bullshit.
Yeah, it's just a slice of life.
Yeah, now, exactly. I'm going to cheat, and for a video game I've been playing, I'm going to talk about the video game that I'm going to play. Okay, so I've been playing Ghost of Tsushima, right?
I mean, honestly, it's just a game you're really fucking excited for.
Like, Ghost of Tsushima is, like, amazing, but a game I'm super, super excited for came out Friday, right? There's a company called THQ Nordic, right?
Okay,
who are only related to the old THQ in name.
Yes.
But they've been buying up rights to old PS2 era games and remaking them, right? Like, so they recently released Battle for Bikini Bottom, Rehydrated, right?
Yeah.
So
I need to play that so bad.
So they remade one of my favorite games from my childhood. Like, I literally lost count number of times I beat this game because I would just go to my dad's house. He had PS2, and I just like run through it. Like if I had to pick a game, I would speedrun OG PS2. I'm excited for the remake of Destroy All Humans.
Yes. I fucking love that game. It was, honestly, my best friend in 3rd grade.
Yeah.
I still
He was fine, but he was super jerk and sometimes pissed me off. One of the main fucking reasons I had to go to his house is he had to destroy all humans and destroy all humans too.
I have Destroy All Humans 2 signed by the entire development team.
I've still not played either of those.
They're great.
They're fun.
I've played them. I've never beaten them.
The remaster's $30.
Okay.
Yeah.
The only one I've beaten is the one for the Wii, which wasn't bad.
Yeah.
It's not as good as the original too.
So Josh,
The one for the Wii is bad.
any of the three, all of the three, whatever you want to do.
So I recently dived into Slay the Spire. As part of my like one video game a week thing, I did miss a week because I worked 70 hours that week.
Yeah.
But I started Slay the Spire and I finally beat my first run like Friday morning.
Yeah.
Saturday morning. Saturday morning because everybody was drunk. And I'm in love with Slay the Spire. It's got like the strategy I want from an RPG, but like it's a card game. But
and you draw cards every turn.
And
a
like
lot of cards.
Man, my warrior build that I ran through the Spire with was drawing like between 6 and 8 cards a turn in addition to like the restock for your hand. So it was kind of stupid. As for shows, the only show I've been watching right now is a Hiru no Sora, which is another sports anime I found to fill my time while I wait for Haikyuu to come back. But Hiru no Sora is good. I've been enjoying it. It's not Haikyuu levels of good, but
He's nice.
as for books, I haven't read almost anything this year. I read the RPG guides that James did, that Chris was talking about. I don't know. There's a bunch of stuff I want to read, and like I just bought a couple new ebooks for my Kindle app.
There's a book that I want to read that I think everyone in this room would like, and I think we should like somehow do it together and then review it for something like a throwaway episode or something. Because I can't remember her name, but
The Justin ebook?
No.
Because we should do that too, because it's horrible.
There's a book. Someone wrote a book about our hometown. Like that is not from our hometown. Has never been to our hometown. It's like she threw a dart at America and it by randomly hit our hometown. Crazy as fuck.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't America. They just threw a map of Indiana, because Indiana is the crossroads of America. So it was like a small part, like any cross-country America story.
I mean, it's like how I wrote for RPGs back when I was doing like fully written word RPGs on the role-playing guild. If I had to play a real-life game and we had a real-life setting, I would just be like, and my character's from...
Yeah.
Yep, there we go. That's a town in Maine.
But it's a book. I can't remember her name. She wrote like the She wrote the Divergent series.
Okay, yeah. Suzanne Collins.
No, that's
Hunger
Games.
Yep.
Anywho, I hate the Divergent series, but
not great.
She did the thing where it's like, I'm gonna follow my audience as they grow up. So this book is geared to like people in their mid-20s, and the theme of it is it's a group of like chosen ones, right? There's a prophecy to save the world. They save the world.
You told me about this,
right? So then it's how they dealt with being the most famous humans on the planet, the most like the chosen ones. And the book picks up on one of the chosen ones can't handle the pressure and kills themselves, and the other chosen ones get back because they're kind of they're on their own lives, and they get back together and reconnect at this hero's funeral.
So it's the second part of it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm there for it. I remember you telling me about this before. Hunter, you got any books, games, or movies you're on right now?
Well, I want to preface this on.
You literally stream all the fucking time.
Hunter takes pride in the fact that the only media he consumes is video games.
Yeah, I literally said that in the episodes.
Okay.
Maybe not that I took pride, but I literally said I do not consume TVs or movies.
Yep.
But I don't read books.
I used to.
Honestly can't remember the last book I read. It's not my favorite way. In school, I loved reading because I just plopped down in class, read a book, don't pay attention to it.
Based on the world around us right now, I really feel like I need to read 1984 by George Orwell.
It's a great book, actually.
So I just bought that on Kindle.
But I guess the most recent TV show I've watched was what we watched for you guys.
That doesn't count.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
I mean, did you like it?
Yeah, it was good.
What was the last thing you watched with Emily?
Actually, we
Avatar.
Yeah, Avatar was like the last thing I watched, but that's been a couple months.
But still, it had
and we turn on that 70s show sometimes because it's fucking funny as hell.
Oh yeah, it's a great background thing.
Okay, what about video games?
And then video games are literally all I consume. So I've been shiny hunting on Pokemon. Haven't even touched the DLC. Haven't even touched it.
There's a DLC?
I have no fucking idea.
I haven't beat the main game yet.
The DLC overworld has some excellent overworld Pokemon to show you that.
Because I'm going after my shiny living decks. I shiny hunted for 3 shiny Applin. Finally got them and evolved 2 of them. And now I'm going after Lotad so I can get that prime Ludicolo.
I love Ludicolo.
Dude, shiny Lotad is like maroon and it's so fucking cool, maroon and blue.
Yeah, Lotad. I don't think he keeps those colors.
I think he turns orange. I think Ludicolo is orange.
I don't know
either. But and then I've been playing Ghost of Tsushima just like whenever I have time. Like hopefully I can play Ghost of Tsushima a little bit tomorrow. Other than that, I'll just be hanging out with Emily. And then I've been playing a little bit of Persona 4 on stream. Persona 4 Golden. But other than that, about it. Ghost of Tsushima is really good.
Yeah, no, it looks really cool.
That's a good shiny.
What is it? I told you he was orange.
You're right.
Nice. Very nice.
That's a good shiny.
It's very good. But yeah, it's like seafoam green and orange.
Very good shiny.
But yeah, that's basically all I've been doing. Play Magic on the weekends. Yeah. The card store.
How's it feel to actually have a local game store now?
So fucking good.
Me and Hunter still live in our hometown, right? We did not escape like Josh and Justice did.
I mean, we just escaped back to
Escape was like
our
more
original hometown.
forceful exile, really.
We live in
We got to help you guys move.
we live in a really small town in southern Indiana, like population like 7,000 people.
In the town. The county's like 20,000, but it's super rural.
Yeah. But we'd have to drive like almost an hour to go play like Magic and board games and shit at Games Store, Kentucky, right?
Or drive another hour to go to a game store in
Indiana, right?
Indiana.
So by pure happenstance, a game store opened in scenic Tell City. So like we now have a game store within like a 2-minute drive from our house.
The dude had it open for like I think a month or two.
So he had the owner, who was like awesome. Huge shout out to Mascot Sports Cards and Collectibles in Tell City.
On TCG Player, you can buy cards.
Actually, yeah, you could have promoted that, man.
Shit fan. But yeah, so check us out. We
can put it in the show notes if you want.
Nah, it's fine. But the owner, he loves sports cards, right? So he actually opened up the store to be able to say for like the various stores, hey, I have a brick and mortar, send me more sports cards, right? But then he had a friend who was like, you should like start selling gaming shit, and he was like, I have no idea what that is. So he posted on Facebook, if anyone in town knows things about gaming, hit me up. My mom saw that, sent it to me, and I was like, Mom, I don't want to like play games with a rando in their basement. And Mom was like, check the address, motherfucker, and it was like a store. And I was like, oh my god. So long story short, I now run the gaming half of the store. We have Commander. We do most Magic events on the weekend because all of our clientele like
it's literally all Commander. We don't draft. We've drafted one time. It was Mystery Booster.
Normally we have like
COVID.
Yeah,
COVID. Also COVID. We didn't play for like 2 months.
Yeah, we did curbside shit. We're open now. Everyone has to wear masks. Like we'll set up table like big 6-foot tables for Commander. And we make people sit at the ends. Like
I mean that's the proper way to do it.
Yeah, but
it's fun
because it's one of those things where not to get too dark, like a lot of like COVID benefits are expiring. So like Curtis had to sit down and be like,
well, I have to.
Do I open the store or do I just like lose my livelihood? And he was like, we're gonna open the store and try and be safe. Like,
and I mean we've been pretty safe.
We've been super safe.
Justice.
Okay, as far as shows go, I've been watching an anime called No Guns Life. It's like this
gunhead man.
Yeah, the main character is a guy with a fucking gun for a head.
Okay.
Which is one of the most anime sounding statements I think I could ever make.
Yeah.
But it's weird like noir cyberpunk-esque detective thing.
Cyberpunk-esque detective thing.
And
it's like this future detective.
It's like he took a shotgun and like aimed at a board of genres.
Exactly. No, it is. Except I didn't take a shotgun, I took the main character's head and aimed at a board.
Is his head a shotgun though?
No, it's a revolver.
I mean, it's a revolver, but it's not. He has a gun for a head, guys. It's not a normal gun, okay?
There was a big planet-wide war. I forget the term for people who become part weapon.
They become modified.
So it's the modified people who like grab weapons in the body to have.
And then you have over-modified people, which are way beyond, and he is an over-modified person, and it's just dealing with a lot of that stuff, and it's really neat, actually, and I like noir stuff.
Like
I like cyberpunk stuff, and like I love noir detective shit, which is he is essentially just a noir detective.
And that's what it does, like the classic anime thing where it's like on paper. If I walk up and go, you should watch this show. It's about like a guy who has a gun for a head. Everyone's like,
it sounds absolutely fucking horrible.
But it's like really super heartfelt and a good like noir like detective story and like.
I saw like the splash screen for it on like one of the streaming apps we have, and I'm interested and I want to watch it eventually.
The art style is nice, yeah. But like on paper, it sounds absolutely fucking ridiculous, and I will give anyone that I'm never gonna disagree with it. But I've been enjoying that. As far as games go, I've been playing a lot of Psychonauts on my computer because I got it on Steam, and I love the game, and I've been so hyped since Psychonauts 2 was announced. So I was like, I need to buy and replay through Psychonauts.
Psychonauts 2 was announced in 2015?
Well, yeah, but it's coming out next year.
It was re-announced, and we had nice pretty art and an actual trailer. I know it was announced in 2015. It didn't happen anytime soon. I was sad.
We have a friend named Gina, and her favorite game ever is Psychonauts. And I was talking to her this is probably a few months ago.
Yeah, I think I talked to her about it.
No, she never knew Psychonauts 2 was coming. So one day I was like, yeah, you ready for Psychonauts 2? And she was like, haha, very funny. And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, I've seen the fan-made trailers and that's not happening. And I'm like, have you been living under a fucking rock for 5 years? It was it was like one of the big, before everyone was kickstarting games, they kickstarted their game, and she was like, what the fuck? And looked it up and was super excited.
Yeah. I love everything about it, and it's a major bonus for some reason. It's wonderful. Rasputin's voice actor is the same voice actor for Zim from Invader Zim, and it's so perfect. God. Every time it makes me happy. And then as far as books I've been reading go, I've been reading I'm going to mispronounce this and I apologize. Morkborg Ferratory Cult. It's an RPG, and I've been reading the PDF because I backed it on Kickstarter, and I've been reading the PDF of the original version because Cult's an expansion in. It is Swedish black metal as fuck.
Okay.
Over the top edgy bullshit.
Okay.
And it was so over the top edgy bullshit that I was like, I kind of have to see what the fuck this is. So I checked out the actual PDF, and like it is definitely over the top and so bad in that manner. But like these systems actually look really, really good.
So not to interrupt you, but actually that reminds me, I am actually reading a book right now.
Yeah.
The PDF files for Trophy Gold and Trophy Dark, a game I backed on Kickstarter, which is it's actually like massive game. Like they have so much stuff for it already. Like independent creators are working on, but the game.
There's like 15 fucking.
Trophy Gold is for long-term campaigns, and Trophy Dark is for short-term, like one-shots.
Dark is generally meant for horror stuff.
But both games are horror in that you're exploring essentially a ruins or a forest.
That's part of the reason why I grabbed Morkborg, because it's set to be horror, and I love horror genres. But they're so horribly done in most things.
With Trophy, the game is about like you're an adventurer trying to collect gold and money and loot and shit. But like at the same time, it's not you're an adventurer in D&D. It's if shit goes wrong, you're gonna fucking walk out of here with one less arm. Yeah. Because
also you're gonna be psychologically and emotionally scarred by the things you see.
100%. And the game systems are really cool, and I'm really excited for those because, like, in each scene, the players have to solve the issue, and they get rewarded for solving that problem, regardless of how they solve it. Yeah. And one of the ways they can solve it is by taking trauma upon their character, and the game looks amazing.
Yeah. And in a complete opposite version of that, in RPG stuff, I've read it all, but I'm still super stoked for it, and I've reread it. Magic of Herivera, it's a Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition, like, skin and change some things. It's just about magical girls.
Brayden? Brayden, is that you?
Yeah, it's just about cute little magical girls doing cute things, having fun, nothing over the top or anything. It seems nice and relaxing. Plus, it has art from a webcomic I love called Pepper and Carrot, so I was immediately like, I'm down, like, give me that shit.
Okay, so I'm going to backtrack to, like, something you need to learn in the podcast because I was talking about Kickstarter stuff. Yeah. A huge part of Gen Con is always, what's your Gen Con haul? Like, all the big Gen Con, right? So, Gen Con, there were numerous companies running numerous sales this weekend, that kind of thing. Yeah. Did you guys pick up anything this weekend through, like, a Gen Con vendor or, like, anything like that?
I just picked up some Gen Con merch, like Gen Con branded merch. The only game I've really been looking at, I missed the Kickstarter window for. It's a new game by Brotherwise.
Mm-hmm. Is it a new Boss Monster game?
It's like a new. It's in the Boss Monster universe, but like you're in the overworld.
Yeah, you make Boss Monster Overworld.
Yeah, it looks so good.
It looked good. I also missed the Kickstarter for it. I was just so sad.
Mm-hmm. That's
you fucking love Boss Monster so much, man.
See, I don't like. Last year I did like have a few games I wanted to look at. And I looked at them and I tested one of them, and like none of the things that were on my list that had jumped out to me before I went were things I ended up wanting. Mm-hmm. But like just browsing around and finding cool shit that I had never heard about before is pinnacle Gen Con.
Yeah,
yes.
I'm doing that.
I backed They Came From Beyond the Grave on Kickstarter, which is it's a horror game, but it's more like Evil Dead, campy, dark humor, and it's like running games like that.
It's 80s B horror.
Yes, and then it's from the same team that It Came From Beyond the Star, where it's the exact same like premise, but both like B horror, like monster movies.
Okay.
Like you were like the DM designs like, and these are giant ants that got radiated after an atomic bomb test.
That's another thing about Trophy.
Dope.
Trophy has like a monster manual appendix to it, but like in the game, when you're describing monsters, you're as a DM, you're encouraged as a storyteller, you're encouraged to not actually like use the monster's name or anything, and let the players name the things they encountered based on how they interact with it, and
that's cool. That's something you could just implement into D&D.
Yeah.
And then I also picked up
the issue with that is in Trophy, real names have power, so like the name you give it doesn't have the same power as the name it has.
Like I'm gonna call it a Gorbalor, but its real name is Schnuck. So
yeah.
And then also because I'm Michelle and I love this so much, I did the roll the dice for a Wormwood, Dice Tower, Tray, and Vault.
While we're talking about Kickstarter, though, I have another game I'm kickstarting, and I have no idea if it's going to be any good or not.
I have a fuck ton of those.
Kickstarter was simultaneously the best and
And
worst
worst
thing to
thing
happen to
ever.
board games and tabletop
The
RPGs.
only two things I've ever backed on Kickstarter are Wormwood things. So
Well, actually, I have like 2 more games I'm waiting on fulfillment from. Well, one game should be coming soon. It's a rock and roll, like you play as a rock band.
Yes.
RPG. That should be fun. It's a micro game, kind of like Score or The Wait.
Cool.
But the other game is a much bigger game, and I'm super excited for it, even though I'm kind of terrified it'll be garbage. And that's the Altered Carbon role playing game, because I'm a sucker for that show, and I need to read the books.
Okay. Junkie?
I'm currently logging into my Kickstarter.
all right, well, while he's doing that, I'll say what I got.
What'd you buy?
Chris talked me out of buying a box of Double Masters, and instead of also rolling the die.
Double Masters is a new Magic the Gathering set, and it's gonna be garbage because Wizards of the Coast suck.
But we love Magic, so.
They love magic.
Justice
Mr. Affiliate Wizard Senpai, please notice me. It's like, no, they're great, they're great.
No, I'm not saying Wizards is great. I'm saying Magic is great.
Okay, you are.
Not Wizards.
Magic is definitively great. It's one of the best games ever made.
Yeah, that's why every modern TCG is basically based off Magic.
The company that runs it's just ass.
Questionable. But no, I bought the Roll the Dice, even though I'm not a huge fan of dice towers or trays. They're nice, but I'm very glad it came with a dice vault. So
He was using one last night.
Oh shit!
I just rolled
I've
through it
also.
once.
Oh, you can keep going. I forgot I had this one.
I bought I collect enamel pins, so I made sure to buy my Gen Con 2020 pin.
Mm-hmm.
I bought my Gen Con Online badge, which was $6, and I'll put that on my little lanyard with my other 2 badges. This isn't really Gen Con related, but I also bought a couple of Twitch pins because they were randomly on sale on Amazon. So they're like $4 a piece, so I can put those up on my board, and I bought a little Twitch tumbler because you gotta be that shill. But no, I'm excited. I hope I get a good wood.
So the roll the dice thing that Wormwood is doing is they have a magnetic dice tower system, which is like amazing, and
It is pretty cool.
It's a magnetic dice tower into a little dice tray, and they do like high quality wooden shit. So the roll the dice is it's a blind box where the wood you get is random,
I'll look up the woods.
and 2, they offered a bunch of random ass fucking woods that they've never offered before.
Just like random shit. I don't know why they have them.
Yeah. So like the low tier is your classic like cherry, walnut, Paduke, and then
Yes, I have the woods.
okay, so go.
Okay, so you have a
So say the rarity.
you have a common 60% chance to get either cherry, walnut, Paduke, or aromatic cedar, which is a wood they've never offered, and it's gorgeous.
Also, it's cedar, so it smells amazing as aromatic.
Oh, 25% uncommon is poisonwood, rosewood, lacewood, zebrawood. I love
They never offered
rosewood.
lacewood.
Yeah, I love rosewood. If I got lacewood, I wouldn't be upset.
I don't think they've offered the poison wood, have they?
Yes.
Occasionally.
Occasionally.
They're normally it's only stretch goals for their Kickstarter.
10% is rare. It's purple heart, monkeywood, and babinga.
Babinga, yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, I don't think they've ever offered monkeywood or babinga.
Nope.
Which they're both. I don't really like the monkeywood. I don't think, if I remember what it looks like correctly. 4%, which is very rare, is variegated Paduke. Which, have you seen that?
Nope.
I don't know what that looks like. Caxon, which I don't think they've ever offered. Peruvian walnut, they offer it all the time. And bloodwood.
They also offer that for stretch goals.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
very expensive though.
Very. And then 1%, which is legendary. It's ebony and cocobolo.
So
Cocobolo is fucking gorgeous.
and Ebony they offer. Yeah.
The fact that they're offering anything in ebony like hurts me deep in my soul, because when you're cutting down ebony trees to get the wood, they have to cut down over 100 trees to get one tree worth of usable ebony.
Yeah.
And it's like the leading cause of one of the leading causes of deforestation, and like
Damn.
So like they look into it, all of their shit's ethically sourced, and 2, they run that specific things like, and that's why like we don't like, so like they're on their table Kickstarter.
I think
Yeah.
they're getting out of ebony too.
Their dark wood isn't ebony.
Okay,
It's
that's
stained walnut. It's like, yeah, we can do ebony because we can make all kinds of shit from one tree because our shit's tiny.
okay.
Right? They're like, it's like
The tables aren't ebony.
No, their tables are always stained walnut.
I think they're also. I think I remember them saying they're turning away from ebony. That's one of the reasons they're doing the roll the dice, because they're trying to get rid of all their extra woods.
Okay, that makes
Okay.
sense.
Yeah. So I've logged into my Kickstarter because I couldn't remember something for a moment. So like I said, I've got the Witchcraft Magic of Pharaoh thing I've been reading through. I also backed the Rock and Roll, a music RPG zine thing, because that sounded amazing.
Yeah.
I'm backing Descent into Midnight, which is a game about underwater aquatic creatures in the deep sea that are basically just medleys of other underwater sea creatures and giant, disgusting human in just monsters. And it sounds amazing. like think Cthulhian monsters, but without all the racism.
And without the necessary aspects of horror, the game can
just be whatever you want.
The game is about relationships.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm also backing Dragon Stew. It's a 5th edition cooking supplement. I'm backing it. That way I can combine it with the Little Witch thing, so I can have a cooking class when I make people play.
That's pretty good.
Justice is building his Frankensteining together his own waifu RPG, his own waifu slice of life using the 5th ed engine.
I'm so excited for the Pharaoh's book. I need to buy that.
I am backing Worldwide Wrestling 2nd edition because I'm not as huge of a wrestling fan as Josh.
The macho man's a coming.
Because of the theatrics of good wrestling, I guarantee with the right people, game would be amazing. By right people, I mean the people currently in my apartment.
I love redneck anime.
Yes. That's what it is.
Wrestling is just superhero stories, but like on a stage.
Yeah.
Whenever he kicks him in the small intestine, it compacts 6 times smaller.
Okay, so like you were talking, Hunter was talking about how Undertaker's one of his favorite wrestlers, and
No.
Chris was.
Chris was talking about Undertaker as one of his favorite wrestlers, and the thing about Undertaker is even in the modern era, he's been allowed to keep this like mysticism around him, which is so unique. It's been something that's been unique about him for like the past 20 years now, because
especially because of the way the WWE handles it.
When WWE entered the Attitude Era, they started trying to kill off this like magic and mysticism. The Undertaker could like possess people, shoot lightning, make power outages happen.
That's like his gimmick.
Like, this is a dude who literally has magic in a world where nobody else has magic. He, like...
Yes.
Everyone's like, I'm just strong. Undertaker's like, I made a deal with the devil.
I can be revived by an urn.
Yes.
By Paul Bearer.
I'm also back in a game called Escape from Flat Earth.
Okay.
It is a sci-fi trope card game where everyone starts as a red shirt, and the goal of the game is to, by the end of the game, don't be a red shirt anymore, or you get left behind and you fucking die. I'm back in a game called Moonshine Empire.
Okay.
You're running a Moonshine Empire, and you're trying to beat the other players and be the most successful person selling moonshine.
That's amazing.
Jebediah, is that you?
Jebediah, like.
I'm backing a game called Swords and Magic and Stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cooperative open world RPG.
Swords and magics and stuff.
Video game, and it uses like almost papercraft looking stuff.
Paper Mario?
Kind of. It's 3-dimensional on the figures, and a lot of stuff they plan on doing looks really, really cool.
Knights of Pen and Paper?
I mean, not really. Like,
okay.
it is truly open world, and like going really detailed on like all the different quests and stuff they do. Like, if it was outside of just even the image style it's going for, I think it would be an absolutely great game, and could like, if they can pull off the things that they want to do, I think it could contend for with things like massive current RPGs like Skyrim and The Witcher, if they can pull off the shit they want to do. Like,
damn.
Like, from everything that they're talking about, if they can pull it all off.
Is it a video game?
Yes.
Oh, damn.
I was like, I'm so interested.
Mind you,
Yes.
I do think they are limited by, I think it's mainly meant for the Switch, so I think they're limited by a lot more than they want to admit, and I think that's part of the reason why they're going with the Oxstar. They
How big is the fucking development team?
It is a team of, I want to say like 30 people.
Already bigger than Hello Games.
Yeah. And they are like focused completely on that apparently.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And they have been very consistent with their updates.
You should send me that link.
I mean, it's been closed for a while.
Get dunked on Hunter.
So,
And then I'm also backing Your Friend Is Sad.
yeah.
Always.
That's the game.
It is a card game created by
Shin.
Shin, yep.
from Shin Comics. He makes Blue Chair. It's fucking wonderful. I love it. And the game is, you have a sad friend. Play some cards to make him happy.
You gotta make him happy.
It uses, you have to like match icons and build things correctly, but like, I'm backing Your Friend Is Sad because Shin Comics are great. He uses his art style and he has a lot of guest artists from other web comics and stuff.
Fuck yeah.
So, and I backed it so I get the anime edition cover where he just has like dumber art and I love it.
Is that the last year Kickstarter?
That is the last of my Kickstarter stuff.
Okay, I have one more game on my list that I forgot to mention earlier. It's called The Company. It's a corporate. It describes itself as a corporate survival horror role playing game.
Yes.
That's too real.
Okay, so
we're already doing it.
The name sound that makes it sound a little too real, but it's actually like about like SCPs and stuff.
Oh, I fucking love SCP.
And, like, so it's an SCP horror RPG.
They're actual SCP.
Well, no, because a lot of SCPs are getting copyrighted by Russian people.
Yeah, which is fucking stupid. God,
I hate it.
So this is more like this doesn't actually use SCP, but like you're part of The Company, which is a group that investigates and secures SCP
Yeah.
And I'm super excited. The rulebook for the operators and the director being the dungeon master or storyteller, are they look like they look like instruction manuals, from like you would see in old military stuff or like spy movies. So I'm super excited about that. Does anybody else have anything else that we need to hit on?
I just want to bring up, so every year so I'm Gen Con is in Indianapolis.
Okay.
And there's a fairly well-known brewer there called Sun King.
Yes.
Right, and every year Sun King partners with Gen Con to make a beer. Right. We did drive up to Sun King's main location and picked up their series of beers called the Genevieve,
which is named after the
mascot, the Red Dragon. It's a Belgian-style amber ale with a malty sweetness, fruity character, and a hint of spice. This year's beer, quite good.
Yes, and it has wonderful art, which it normally does. This art is
of Genevieve, of the official image for Genevieve.
The texture on the can is awesome.
Yes.
I also want to mention nobody's shelling here because last year we bought some beers from Sun King.
Last year's beer was Brewtron 9000. Brewtron 9000 was so fucking nasty that me and Josh poured half our cans out.
And I finished mine strictly because I bought it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to waste alcohol because it's expensive.
So I want to touch on, I don't kickstart any games, but I do back SCP on Patreon. The people are making SCP Unity.
Okay.
And they're about to hit their 8.0 update. I'm so fucking excited. I backed them so I backed them at the $50 tier once or twice because, I'm paying for a video game basically.
Yeah.
I back at $50 so I could get one of the patron offices. So I should have a patron office in the next update. But, dude, I fucking love it. And I'm so mad that people are trying to copyright SCPs because they are specifically open license for a reason. So people can use them whenever they want.
Yeah,
yes.
the idea of SCPs is they're horror stories that you can tell with friends and shit.
And on the actual SCP website, the creators of SCP run contests to submit new SCPs. There's over 2,000 SCPs.
Yeah.
Their quality varies wildly.
Yes.
From SCP to SCP.
It's so cool. There's an SCP that is literally a giant, immortal eel that, mind controls people. Dude, it's so fucking cool. SCP is awesome, and you should totally check it out. The Unity game is so cool. The story's not done yet because it's still, basically an alpha beta, but they update it as it goes. It's in 7.6 right now, and then 8.0 should come out pretty soon, hopefully.
All right, so I think that's going to wrap us up. Let's hit on some plugs. Chris, just
follow me on Twitter, @BeefyGhost. I retweet lots of, currently it's all been political commentary, so unless you are, you're responsible for your social media experience, I understand if Twitter's a safe space for you, you go to escape from the news. So my Twitter feed's just been lots of the news, even though I did drunk tweet on Friday that I don't remember, but those are pretty funny.
And
you can plug those.
Mascot
store.
Oh, yeah. And then check out Mascot Force Cards and Collectibles. We're on TCG Play right now. We're building our online store. So we're also on eBay. Curtis does all of his sports cards stuff. We have good deals on sports collection. And then I do all the gaming stuff. So check out TCG Player.
Pokemon and Magic. No Yu-Gi-Oh, right?
So we could Yu-Gi-Oh list, and we're trying to sell out of Yu-Gi-Oh because that game is garbage.
Okay, I'll link those down in the show notes. Hunter, I know you got stuff.
Always got stuff. My Twitter and Instagram are literally just my name, Hunter Class, Hunter and then CLAISE. And then my Instagram is pretty much personal stuff, so you can follow. It's not private. My Twitter is.
You can see his girlfriend.
You can see my cute girlfriend.
Which you can also see her talking and in motion and in person-ish on his Twitch.
Yeah, sometimes we stream games. I was getting to that. But my Twitter is I do retweet a lot of political stuff, but if I ever actually get big, I'd probably separate the two.
Never.
But I also just promote my stream on there. I have a Discord, which I can't say that link.
Discords are impossible to say.
Yes, so they're in the show notes, and I guess unless you make a bit.ly link, bit.ly link, you can do that. But you can go to the fucking Copilot's Discord and click on the promote me tab to go there.
I can make a permanent invite link from your Discord too because I'm a mod there.
And then
what's your Twitch though? Where can we watch it?
My Twitch is twitch.tv/FallopianGolem, FallopianGolem, and that's my YouTube, but that's not the same link. And as Justice will point out if I don't mention it, it is youtube.com/user/treepuncher121.
Yep.
Because I was 11 once.
Yep. And that's gonna wrap us down. If you want to message us, the Co-Pilots Review Podcast, you can hit us up at Co-Pilots Review on Twitter.
copilotsreview@gmail.com.
Or at copilots.simplecast.com. and that website has links to all of our other media and all of our other contact links, including our Discord. So feel free to reach out to us.
This has been incredibly fun.
Thanks for hanging out with us in the Pilot's Lounge this weekend. Hope you guys all had a great time. And thank you guys for coming. Like, this was the best weekend I've had in a really long time.
I haven't been outside in 4 days.